This playthrough is rated M for mature.
August 17th, Tuesday. I've heard about peaches being oh so delicious, but I've never heard of killer peaches. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Spirit Hunter NG. In the last episode, we finished Chapter 4 and found out about a man that liked to, well, let's just say some horrible things happened in an old man's house who wrote horror stories and had to deal with children. And, yeah, getting to some pretty dark territory, and it's not going to stop there. So we're heading into Chapter 5 to see if we can get ever any closer to finding Ami or finding out. I mean, we know generally where she is, but anyway, let's continue. During the day, I decided to head to the library, even though that's not really my thing. In the middle of everybody trying to study, I look up the Killer Peach and the Realm of the Dead. All I get to show for my work is a headache. That's what I get for trying to do something I'm bad at. I arrive at the Black Rabbit a bit ahead of time. It doesn't look like Aunt Natsumi's around. She said she'd look into the book by Yakumo Moroku that mentioned the Realm of the Dead, but has she figured something out? I zoned out and watched TV until the meeting time. So, today's guest is Love and Hero. They got their big break after doing a collab with the drama, and they've blown up in a big way. Guess this is some music program. A bunch of idols are dancing around dressed in colorful outfits unlike Momo's gothic clothes. The pigtailed girl in the center stands out. Vocalist Ai Kashiwagi put out a debut solo single that hit 1 million sales. She's truly a modern day Cinderella. All eyes are watching her to see what she does next. Ugh, this is so boring. I feel my eyes getting heavy and some yawns creeping up, so I quit watching. I casually glance around the bar I've now become so familiar with. Oh, that's right. I haven't looked over Aunt Natsumi's notes yet. She might have written something about the Killer Peach. I head to the bookshelf where her notes are kept. On the way, I notice something on top of the nearby desk. This is Kakia's. The black postcard that Kakia sends her victims. What's this postcard doing here? No way. Did Aunt Natsumi pick it up? I have to make sure. I frantically call her. Hello? I just got to your... Aunt Natsumi, listen to me. I found a black postcard on your desk. Where did you find it? It was on the ground in front of the bar. I thought someone dropped it, so I picked it up just in case. Anyway, I need to tell you something, Akira. I figured it out. I know. Know what? You don't mean the Realm of the Dead? Yes, exactly. It's part of Moroku's Nagoshi no Gi, the Realm of the Dead. If what it says in the book is true, Ami is inside the mirror. Mirror? Normally I'd say how ridiculous that sounds, but after what I saw and what I've been through, there's a storage destruction in the Moroku residence. Rose said that the curses or grudges can affect time and space. Can't deny the existence of a world in a mirror after having experienced something similar. I'm going to save Ami, so please hurry and join. Aunt Natsumi? No, what is this? Hey, what's going on? She's trying to tell me something, but I'm having trouble trying to make it out. All I hear is her groaning in pain. Sorry, I'm not gonna scream heart out too. That'd kill the mic. The call disconnects. Just before it ends, I think I heard a hard sound as if the phone fell to the floor. What the hell's going on? Something must have happened to Aunt Natsumi. But where is she? Calm down, Akira Kajima. I'll figure it out if I think it through. I try to remember everything she just told me. She said she figured out where Ami and the Realm of the Dead are, and that's in the mirror. And to save Ami, she was trying to do something. She must have been close by the mirror that she thinks Ami's been trapped in. Which means she's got to be at... Got to be where? Where? Well, my apartment. Because that's where Ami was last before she disappeared. Once I've got an idea, I rush out of the bar. Aunt Natsumi. I dart through the crowd in front of the station and sprint towards the underpass. It shouldn't be that far away, and yet it feels like I'm running for miles. Exclamation point. There are lights on in my apartment. I'm sure I locked the door, but... I gave Aunt Natsumi a spare key. Is she inside? I slowly turn the doorknob, quietly opening the door. No. No way. Aunt Natsumi's collapsed on the kitchen floor. Hey, hang in there! I try shaking her, but there's no reply. She has a pulse, but her eyes are lifeless. Saliva dribbles from her half-open mouth. Damn it, what happened? She doesn't have any visible injuries, but there are scratch marks on the floor like she clawed at it with her fingernails. She must have been in a lot of pain before fainting. Voices! I instinctively touch my face and neck, but nothing's there. Then where is it coming from? It can't be! Sorry, Aunt Natsumi. I take off her clothes to confirm the terrible theory I've come up with. This is terrible. There are mouths all over her body. Why does she... It's obvious. It's because she was trying to save Ami. She kept trying to find Ami, and she actually got close to the truth. Kakiya's probably didn't like that. So she sent a black postcard and took her out. Damn it! She said Ami was in the mirror. Is Ami somewhere beyond here? How do I save her? What was Natsumi trying to do? Are you there, Ami? Of course there's no reply. The only thing reflected in the dull mirror is my own face, as usual. I call an ambulance for Aunt Natsumi. It arrives quickly, and I get inside to ride along with her. A lot happened after that. I was asked a ton of questions at the hospital, and Aunt Natsumi's parents were notified. It was late and night, and I was now just getting home from after finishing everything. I completely missed the meeting. Bond and Rose are probably pissed at me. I forgot my cell phone at home, so I couldn't contact anyone. Gotta tell them what happened. Hey, Kojima. Hey, Kojima. I hear a husky voice, and the next thing I know, that lady Detective Ue appears. Sorry, but your apartment's off limits. The forensics team's working hard in there. Damn, what a pain. Where am I supposed to sleep? That's a good question. How about the bed at the police station? What, you suspect me? Basically. We can't arrest you yet, but you're obviously a suspect. The victim was found collapsed in your apartment after all. ... Ami's case, the Kentucky case, and now your mom's case. There's way too much strange stuff going on around you for it to be coincidence. So I want to hear what's going on straight from the horse's mouth. Kojima, would you come with me? Hell no! I'll tell you more than that, ruffle me, kid. I think you'll want to reconsider that attitude. I'll just arrest Seiji Amaname instead. What'd you say? I've got proof that all you broke into Yamato Shrine. Turns out there's a camera by the boat shack. Amaname tried to pull strings with the security company to hide it, but I pulled the strings on my own and got it. It'd be no trouble at all to get a warrant. Think we both know that Amaname is definitely guilty of some other crimes. No matter what he tries to pull, best believe he's spending the night in a cell. ... Well, it's your call, sport. What you gonna do? Fine. It'd be a pain to find somewhere to sleep at this hour. I'll go with you. Hurry up and get going. I'm tired. You got a lot of nerve. We're gonna have a ball tonight, punk. I get into Ue's nearby car and she hauls me down to Shinza police station. This whole thing seems like Ue's been digging into me on her own. What's she thinking? Why is she doing this? I'll find out tomorrow whether I want to or not. Spirit Killer file Peach unlocked. 817 Killer Peach rumor notes. Next Spirit is Killer Peach. Kaguya is getting tired of Ami. No time to waste. Aunt Natsumi collapse. Did Kaguya do this? Ami is inside the mirror. I heard Natsumi clearly. Nagoshi no Gi. Apparently Moroku wrote it. Sure, I'll save. August 18th, Wednesday. I spend the night in a cell. I feel like this is overkill for a minor like me, but she's worried I'll escape or destroy evidence. In other words, I've got my bad habits to blame. I finish off a not half bad breakfast and wait for the questioning to begin, when suddenly it arrives. A whisper comes from somewhere. It's time for a tale. Let's go right now. Let's go off to say the ogres. Forward, keep going forward. Crush all the villains. The time limit to my death has begun ticking down. I gotta get out of here and start chasing down the Killer Peach. Afternoon finally rolls around and Ue gets around to questioning me. Answer me. How long are you gonna stay quiet, huh? ... She asked my name and age, describe how I found Aunt Natsumi. All stuff she should know already, so I don't really feel like saying anything. You didn't bring me here to ask me basic junk like that. Just get to what you want to ask already. I've got stuff to do. But I have sunglasses on. Why do I not have any in the picture? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, you do you? Alright, Bonk. Get ready for the real questions. Warning. Actually, technically you can actually fail this one, by the way, if you want to. She's got me on trespassing in Murahashi's case. If I fill her in on everything, I'm just going to end up stuck in here longer. If I want to get out of here and start making progress, I got to choose my words carefully. What should I do? I recall everything I know about Ue and her personality. Lying or avoiding the question won't work on her. She also seems oddly interested in the cases I'm involved with. I should keep that in mind as I talk, and I better be sure not to piss her off. Alright, answer this. Do you have any clue on at all why Natsumi Kojima collapsed? So, a supernatural phenomenon? Hey, you think I'm an idiot? That's some kind of joke? Supernatural? That's nonsense! That's what she says, but I think I can see her smiling slightly. Alright, next question. You know I was investigating that case in Kentucky Town, yeah? Were you investigating that case too? I was looking into that. Or I was looking into it, yeah. I knew it! I don't think you killed Murahashi, but you know something, don't you? Ue looks me over in fascination. You're hiding something important on Kojima. I'm sure it wouldn't take all that much for me to bring all that into the light. I can easily extend your stay here if I feel like it. Either you fess up now or later, but you're not to leave until you come clean. Got it? Well, I don't care what you. I don't care about you, lady. Ooh, that's a pretty bold reply. I kinda like that attitude of yours. Ue smirks at me. We're getting nowhere. That's enough for today. Maybe you'll change your mind after you've been cooped up in that cell for a bit longer. We'll pick this act back up in 2 days. Crap, I can't wait that long. If she's really gonna abandon me here for 2 days, the curse will kill me by then. Damn, is there anything I could do? Well, we gotta do the one thing. We gotta play hardball over there. Gotta play ball. Huh? Why would I need to make a deal? I'll just squeeze the info out of you. That won't work. You know how stubborn I am. Besides, you can't question me if I'm dead. Dead? What are you trying to pull? Just saying, I'll be dead in a couple days. I've been cursed. The heck? You had me going there, but I ain't falling for that cursed mumble jumble. Your mouth is saying one thing, but your eyes are deadly serious, Ue. If you've really been looking at Ami and Kubitaru, then you must have felt it. Some kind of supernatural presence. ... I'll make a deal with you. If you release me, I'll tell you everything you want to know about that world. But you gotta let me out now. Hey Kojima, if you're lying, I swear I'll never forgive you. I'll throw you in juvie, you hear? Yeah, I don't care about that. The interrogation is over. Once that's done, I'm released from my cell. With the paperwork all sorted, I exit the police station and take a train to Kasuji. The summer sun's shining even more brightly than usual. Now that I'm out of immediate danger, adrenaline wears off and all the exhaustion hits me at once. What and Natsumi's doing? She's in stable condition. There's no immediate danger to her. So you don't got to worry about that for now. Ue's been tagging along with me ever since I left the police station. Guess I should have expected that when I said I'd tell her everything I know, but I really don't feel comfortable having a police officer following me everywhere. She's not conscious yet. Well, from what the docs told me, she's in a coma. A coma? Yeah. They gave her a full checkup, brain and body, but can't figure out why apparently. Just like Hazuki. That black postcard, there's no doubt in my mind that Kaki is behind it all. You want to go visit her? No, not right now. I've got something I gotta do first. Right. Oh yeah, let me give me these back to you. Ue hands me my cell phone and bag. Hey, why'd you have these? Obviously, I collected them from your house because they were evidence. Might not have logged them though. So she swiped them without a warrant. That's a crime, isn't it? Don't be so bitter. After all, it's better for you that I found them and not the other cops. If they saw your contact history with Misura Murahashi, you'd still be in lookup. You should be grateful I hid them. I don't think so, lady. I don't get why you're so angry, feeling like I violated your privacy. Yeah, you did. Ue is apparently a pretty crooked cop. I'd rather be tailed by a crooked cop than by some hard-headed by-the-book jerk, though. If I'm gonna fill her on everything that's happened, I'll need to find someplace quiet. I take Ue to the Black Rabbit. On the way over, I contact Bond and Rose. I get an earful of questions, but I just promise to fill in the blanks later. When we get to the Black Rabbit, I explain everything to Ue as we wait for Bond and Rose. Ami being kidnapped by some doll named Kakia, Natsumi being cursed, the Urashima woman, Kubitaru Kentoki, the Screaming Author, all the spirit encounters. Everyone who helped me, Seiji Amaname, Karu Hazuki, Mitsuru Murahashi, Neo Masaban, Rose Mulan. Thinking back on it all, crazy amount of stuff has happened in just 3 weeks' time. It's a damn miracle I'm still alive. ... That's quite the deal. I can't believe I believe all of it, but nothing contradicts any info I've got. It explains Ami's strange disappearance and all the inhumane events at Guntoki. It fits too well to be just being made up. Which means it's true, basically. Spirits, though, I never would have thought weird stuff like that actually existed. Which might mean that case was the spirits doing too. What case? Just then the bell above the door sounds. Hey, Kojima! I'm amazed you're still walking around after eating that crap they fed you at the station. I'm sure it was a good life experience. Hey, Bond's putting on a good show, but he was actually worried about you. He is reciting prayers and he hasn't even gambled once since yesterday. Neil Maslaban, the journalist, and Rose Mulan, the so-called magician, I see. I'm Ui from the investigation division. Nice to meet you. From what Kojima said on the phone, it sounds like you're interested in strange cases. Since when does your division handle stuff like that? Yeah, I'm sure that throws up some red flags, but once I tell you about the case, I'm sure it'll all make sense. It's like this. Rumors of Killer Peach. I'm sure you know Moon Tower, that building close to Shinza Station. That skyscraper lit up with a special design. Well, something weird's happening there. It started a month ago in the dead of night on one of the office floors in Moon's Tower. This is just the account of an eyewitness. We'll just call her Miss A for now. One day, Miss A suddenly had some work come up, and she had to stay late to finish it. When she finally got done with the stuff that got dropped on her, it was midnight. Obviously, no one else was around at the time, or at least that's what Miss A thought as she walked down the supposedly deserted hallway. But then she heard the sound of someone typing in a neighboring office. She couldn't hear anything else, and the sound of the keyboard echoed across the floor. Miss A felt bad for whoever it was and walked right on over to the door, but then she thought she heard a weird noise mixed in with the clacking of the keys. It sounded like bare feet walking on the floor. The odd noise started to bug her, so she listened closely. And it wasn't just her imagination, apparently. What's that noise? She asked herself as she peeked into the office. There she saw a guy sitting at a computer and a weird figure standing behind him. The face lit up by the glow of the monitor looked kind of like a monkey in the darkness. It had a katana in its hand. It was dark, so she wasn't quite clear, but it seemed like the figure noticed her. She was so scared she couldn't make a sound. And the guy was so focused on his work that he didn't notice. The figure walked up to the man as Miss A watched. Swung its katana. It slashed, quick as a flash. The next thing Miss A knew, the monkey-faced figure was gone, and all that was left was a man's corpse. Up to today, 4 people have already been killed. It hasn't made it into the news yet, but some people know about it. The Sumi group's been putting the claims on, though, so none of the details have gotten out. The Sumi group? They built Moon Tower, so they obviously were suppressing the news outlets to protect their image. One of Sumi's affiliate companies has a ton of offices in that building. The crimes occurred in one of their offices. I'm more curious about the monkey-head katana jerk than the victims. Got any info on that? That's the weird part. A bunch of people have seen a figure holding a katana, but none of their statements about the face match up. Some say it was a monkey, or a dog, or a pheasant. A monkey, a dog, and a pheasant? That reminds me of Momotaro's fairy tale. I'm sure everyone else was thinking the same thing. That's why they gave the murderer the name, Killer Peach. Hey, hold up! That's the name Kojima said on the phone the other day. Yeah, the spirit that's part of the next game. From what you said, these spirits are like ghosts without humans, yeah? And they're born from strong grudges or regrets held by dead people. Was the Killer Peach was one of them? Yeah, probably. All the spirits I've encountered so far have been like that. Huh. Ui's face clouds over for a second. It seems we know where to go next. But Moon Tower is protected by top-of-the-line security system. It's going to be tough to get inside that place with just my tools. If we're really going to Moon Tower, I'll work something out. I've been issued a guest key card as part of the ongoing investigation. I'll go back to the headquarters and borrow it. Borrow it? Sure, whatever. After the 4th death, the floor where all the killings happened was locked down, so we won't have to worry about running into employees. They didn't tape it off until 4 people died? That's pretty shameful. That ain't the police's fault, it's all Sumi. They refused to let us intervene. In fact, I only convinced them to shut down the full floor just recently, so there haven't been any more victims lately, but... Sounds like you're hiding something. What's up? Sumi has put pressure on us, so we haven't been able to investigate the scene at all. They keep going on about corporate secrets, and they won't let us cart off any company property, like pencils and erasers are company secrets. So you got frustrated at the situation and took things in your own hands, huh? I like your style. By the way, what about the other floors? I doubt the whole building is off limits. Since the first death, the business in Moon Tower has cranked down on all overtime work. They said they cut power to the offices so there shouldn't be any employees around. That's almost considerate of them. Those cheapskates aren't being nice, they only did it after we chewed them out. They're technically agreed to cooperate, but it's really just an order from headquarters. Perfect. That's the power of the government for you. Tutorials are made to the power of God. Though there's still one major problem. The place still has security cameras with a security system with cameras and keycard systems. Fear of God doesn't work on a machine. What about the machine god? You know, Deus Ex Machina and all that. Man, the government's useless. If we sneak into Moon Tower and just get reported immediately, there will be no point. Ue's with us, but this investigation isn't official. If we're caught, we're done for. So what do we do? ... That's our only option. What are you going on about, old man? Hey, Kojima, just leave it to me, alright? I don't know if I should leave it to old man, dude. Why are you so angry? You don't trust me? Bond, what are you plotting? I can't say that I'm comfortable with this. Ha! You just look forward to it. We've still got time before night falls. I'll sell everything by then. He smiles confidently, pulls off his puffs out his chest. He's pretty big to begin with, so it actually has the intended effect. But I'm a little short on funds. Hey, Kojima, lend me 30,000 yen. Again? You haven't paid me back for my 5,000 yet. I'll gladly pay that back once my manuscript payment comes in. This sounds like, was it Droopy or Doopy from Popeye? I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today, or something like that. Now fork it over. I reluctantly hand him 30,000 yen. It's a cheap price to pay to get into Moon Tower. Thanks. Alright, I'm out of here. I should make it just in time for the last race. Hey, old man, why'd you just... Ben leaves without answering. Can we really trust him? Don't ask me. It seems the die has already been cast. They say believers will be saved, so maybe we could all try praying. Though I must say that in this case, our Savior seems even more reliable than usual. Anyway, it sounds like we'll be heading to Moon Tower tonight. Let's split up for now. I gotta get back to headquarters anyway. No objections from me? We'll see you later tonight. Yeah, sure. Oh, by the way, you should get the Killer Peach Rumor trophy if you're playing a like PS4 version or Steam version. Rose and Ue exit the bar, leaving me all by myself. I can't go home even if I want to because it's still treated as a crime scene. And even if I did go back, I still have no idea how I'm supposed to get Ami out of the mirror. Maybe I'll find the answer if I can beat the Killer Peach and keep chasing after Kaguya. Peach has been updated. 8:18. Killer Peach rumor notes 2. Ue detailed me, told her about the spirits. Got the rumor about Killer Peach out of her. 4 salarymen butchered at Moon Tower. Sightings of a human figure holding a peculiar katana, but a human isn't capable of performing those crimes. Monkey, dog, pheasant, face different depending on witness. A few hours pass and now it's now late at night, but Ben hasn't called yet. Damn it! Countless mouths surface and begin crudely laughing. It's almost the finale of the tale. One after the other, slay all the ogres, not the missing ones. Heave, yo ho, heave ho, yo ho, heave ho. The curse is progressing faster than usual. Is this just Kaguya toying with me, or is there an actual reason for it? A storm of thoughts swirl around my head. It's really irritating not being able to do anything but stand around and wait. It's Bond. Kojima, everything's ready on my end. Hurry to Shinju's station. Get to the one spot where there's a good view of the Moon Tower. I'll see you there. Bond doesn't even let me get in a word before spitting out his message and hanging up. I contact Ue and Rose, then rush out of the Black Rabbit and head home. I grab my motorcycle at my apartment and zip off to see Shinju's station. Hey, Kojima. Man, that was fast. How'd the Moon Tower thing go? Hold your horses, kid. I'll explain once everyone's here. We wait for a while, then Rose and Ue finally arrive. Bond, you're going to tell us what's going on yet. What exactly are you going to do about the Moon Tower security system? I'm sure you already know this, but after your little display at the bar, we'll accept nothing less than total success. It's about time. Get a load of this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Headshot. No. Suddenly, Moon Tower goes dark. Phew, it worked. Honestly, I was a bit worried. What, you did that? Yep, that's right. One of the Sumi Group's security companies is in charge of Moon Tower, but I bribed the guy in charge. The light's going out is his signal that everything's ready. What? Why didn't you have him call you? Why had the signal be so obvious? Hey now, I paid 3 million yen for this. If I'm blowing that kind of dough on a bribe, this is the least I could ask for. 3 million yen? You've got an awful lot of money for someone who's always asking me for cash. Well, when I hit you up for money, I was totally broke. I had an investment opportunity though. I had gotten a hot tip for the last race today. It was a nice little 100-to-1 payout. I invested the 30,000 I got from you and turned into 3 million. ... Seriously? You're insane. Or sorry, you're insane. You blockhead. Alright, Charlie Brown. 100-to-1 odds. What the hell? What was your plan if you lost? I had contingency plans. Might have had to sell a kidney or something to cover the funds, but I had options. Besides, I knew that I'd win. Really? You knew? With odds like that? Oh, that's right. I remember now. He can never get ahead, but whenever he's down to his last bet, he finds a way to win. You could say that's the only reason he gambles is for the rush he gets out of those victories. Ugh, talk about pointless. Quit complaining. I won, didn't I? And that's all that matters here, right? Come on, let's get moving. That bribe only bought us one night. Wait a second. That guy bribed you isn't going to betray us, is he? I don't trust anyone whose loyalties can be bought. Why don't you have to overthink everything? What do you want to know? Oh, what do you want to do about it? Thankfully, we have the luxury of numbers. Someone should go to the security room. Wait, where's the security room for that building? On the first floor of the basement, if I recall. The Sumi offices are in the upper part, so they're actually pretty spaced out. I propose we split into an office investigation team and a security room team. Well, not a team per se. We probably only need one person in security. The rest can investigate. Kojima and Ue should definitely be on the investigation team. Kojima because he's cocky as target, and Ue knows a lot about Killer Peach. Putting it simply, either Bon or I will wait behind in the security room. You decide, Kojima. Alright, so in this case, we're going to take Rose with us. Got it. I'll accompany you. Bon, you're in charge of the security room. Right, leave it to me. Oh, our friend in security told me that cell phones don't work in the security room. So if you want to contact me, you gotta use the telephone in the hallway. That should let you contact the security room. Oh, and yeah, by the way, like they said, we only get 1 day to finish this mystery, by the way, so... When we finish talking, we head to the darkened Moon Tower. When we get into the building, Ue uses her key card and gets us into the back entrance. There's no sign of anyone in the dark elevator hall. It's so quiet you can hear a pin drop. Alright, let me tell you the plan for the investigation. I want to search the work areas of the 4 victims first. They're all men and employees of Sumi Group. Aside from that, they have nothing in common. The police investigation didn't really come up with anything useful. Is this because of a shadowy big corporation interfering with you? The victims have no previous offenses, so we can't just push forward with the investigation. But we can probably assume they were targeted by Killer Beach for a reason. At least that's what I'm thinking. So, you want us to look into the stuff that didn't come out during the police investigation? You got that special power, yeah? Blood matrix, or whatever you call it? And besides, in cases like these, it's just way easier to search without the hassle of getting a warrant. Huh, it seems you're quite the hard worker. Well, if it's not a problem for the law, I don't have a problem with it either. But how are we supposed to investigate? I glanced at all the elevators. I have no idea which elevator to take. We've identified where each victim worked. 2 on the 22nd and 2 on the 33rd. The 44th floor is the management. I'd like to look around there too if we can. Louis looks at the elevators on the left. Unfortunately, the special elevator that goes to that floor has a new fingerprint system. Only registered personnel can use it, so let's save that one for later. Alright, guess we'll head up then. I'm off to the security room then. Roses, don't want raw now. Bond takes the elevator to the basement. Alright, let's check things out. I need to hit the button to call the elevator. Took an elevator to the west side. I can finally see my own shadow on the metal wall. We took care of it already, but it still feels uncomfortable the security camera's there. According to the control panel, it only stops at each office level in the roof at night. It has the 22nd floor and 34th floor, right? Which one should we go to first? I'll bet the 22nd floor. It's probably best to go in order. Gotcha. Which floor would we go? Actually, I forgot to check up if there's anything else here. I think that one of them just takes you to the east side, I think. The control panel says the elevator is turned off at night in order to save electricity. The elevator that reaches the management floor has a fingerprint scanning device. It looks exactly the same as the other elevators except for the fingerprint scanning device. I tried pushing the button, but it doesn't react. Okay. Anyway, let's go through here. Okay. And then get off at the 22nd floor. Yeah, probably not. I mean, we already checked all that stuff. We're going to skip that. Stepped out of the elevator. The floor must be past the aisle through the door. Huh? Hey, Ue, overtime has been banned, so nobody's supposed to be here, right? Yeah, that's right. Plus, the floor is closed off during the day since it's the scene of a murder and all. What about it? I see a figure behind the door there. Huh? Where? I don't see anything. Huh? It was just there. You're probably just seeing things. There's no time to waste jumping at shadows. Come on, let's get looking. But we know about ghosts and stuff like that, so that takes us back through the door. Okay, I guess nothing through. Oh, there we go. Only a section of the lights are on. Looks like it's set up so the minimum number of lights turn on after midnight. To save all that money. All that precious money and goo. Open the door and left the elevator. The door opens onto the 22nd floor. I can see a bunch of different doors. There are offices in here. Let's split up and look around. I'll look further in. You two take the office straight ahead. Oh, before I forget, take this. Obtain the key card. It's a guest key card for our investigation. It'll get you into the offices. I think the report said the victims who worked here on the 22nd floor were Senior Staff Takeda and General Manager Shima. Just those two. Just try to find their desks first. Once we're done looking, we'll be back here. Well, should we off too? Yeah. Huh? That's... In the front office is a phone for contacting people within the building. At the very end of the short dial is a label that says security room. This has got to be the telephone Bond was talking about. Looks like this is what we use to reach Bond from here. Yeah, let's call if we need to. Use the all-way phone when you want to switch investigation partners. An odd way to do it, but hey, it works. The Sumi group sign is leaning against the wall. I use the telephone to call Bond in the basement. Hey, how's the investigation going? Need my help yet? It seems to have no problem connecting. And then this is a switch point, but we don't want to switch right now. Nah, I just wanted to check in. I'm good with the setup for now. What? Just missed my company? Well, call whenever you need my help. Huh, I feel bad for Bond, but I'm all for continuing my date with my disciple. Quit being creepy, lady. It's a keycard reader. It isn't displaying anything, and I don't see any wiring. It looks like it's just a box. Might set off an alarm if I mess with it, so I better not do anything with it. There's a small fire extinguisher in the aisle. It looks pretty new, like it was inspected recently. Seems like it'd be useful if a fire broke out. A famous painting of reproduction hangs on the wall. There's a key card reader by this door, too. Ue is standing in front of it, looking grim. What are you doing? This door, it won't open with the normal card key. This is the sales department. They handle important customer info in there. I'm guessing that it needs a higher level of security card to get in. Is there any way to open it? I've got a bunch of different key cards in case something like this happened. Anyway, I'm going to try all of them. Oh, well, alright. Good luck with that, I guess. Ue is still struggling in front of the reader. Seems like she hasn't gotten it to open yet. Alright, well anyway, let's use the key card in this thing. The magnetic key card for the Sumi group that Ue gave the protagonist has guest printed on it, suggesting that it provides guest level access. I take out the key card and slide it through the reader. I hear the door unlock. Okay, so that's how it works. They're in every building these days. It'll relock after a certain amount of time. We should hurry and get inside. Right. Alright, in we go. The lights in the office are off. It's almost pitch black in here. But even so, I can tell it must be a pretty big room because of the echoes I'm hearing. It's bigger than I thought. This is a very big company. It'd be unusual not to have offices at least this size. Hey, I've never worked in an office yet, okay? Sorry for not knowing everything about the world. Anyway, we're looking for a desk, right? We're better off looking for a clue first. We won't find it by running around. Yeah. Alright, let's take a look. Another jump scare. That one was too fast, though. Like, we didn't even get a good chance to take a look at it. It's a small set of drawers attached to a desk. The drawer is locked. Sorry, but could you move? Sure. Rose takes out her tools, and the drawer cooperates in just a few seconds. It's open now. I'm impressed every time I see you do that. I'm not going to teach you how to do it. You'll need to figure it out just by watching. I can look on YouTube. It's easy. I rummage through the desk and find a piece of paper that looks useful. It's titled "For Guide for Newcomers" and has a map of the office. Oh, that looks helpful. I spread it out on the desk and shine the flashlight on it. It shows the location of all the fire extinguishers and other equipment, as well as which employee works at which desk. If I recall correctly, Ui said that Takeda and Shima are on this floor. Is this the one? At the end of the third row from the window, it says Takeda Senior Staff. Bingo. Senior Staff Takeda is one of the people Ui said to look for. No doubt about it, huh? Let's go. Oops. In the drawer is a floor guide for the newcomers. It has the employees' layout on the floor. It also shows where the fire extinguisher and the equipment is located. Still need a search. Huh? I suddenly sense a presence other than Rose. I point my flashlight in that direction. Ah! What's the matter? There was someone standing there. I don't see anyone else here. Perhaps you mistook the plane for a person? ... Someone was definitely there. The light definitely hit it. Could have been Killer Peach? Maybe. Anyway, let's keep looking around before we do that. It's a phone connected to the private line. There's stickers on it. I see a short sequence of numbers that says Senior Staff Takeda next to it. I already know where Takeda's desk is. I should go search it. It's kind of eerie being in a place that's normally full of people and seeing no one around. True, true. When I open the drawer, there's a bunch of unused equipment inside. Oh, okay, it just says the same thing. Anything else? Try it again. In the drawer is a okay, never mind. I was just checking if there's anything else there, so, okay. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's keep going. Let's go forward now. I think we've seen everything we can here. According to the seating chart, Takeda's desk is probably here. Let's go search it. It's a cigarette brand called Mighty 5. There are no cigarettes left inside, just paper trash stuffed in it. The files contain overviews of plans and documents. It's organized neatly by project. Seems Takeda was pretty good at his job. The letters on the dial button are faded. Looks like it was used a lot. It's a small set of drawers attached to a desk. The drawer is locked. Again? Rose, can you say something about this? Sure, I don't mind. She takes a closer look at the drawer and her face clouds over. It seems simple at first glance, but now that I look at it, it'd be faster to find the key. Seriously? To normal folks that this looks the same, but this is actually special anti-theft lock. And at least it wasn't made by Master Lock, I guess. I never expect to see one in a place like this. Honestly, I'm shocked that it's here. I guess I'll need to find a key to open this drawer. Then why did I bring you with me, lady? It's a normal keyboard. There are a number of coffee stains on it. There's nothing strange about it. Just in case I give it a look underneath. It's probably all dirty and dusty. Something's stuck to it. It's a label. The label says aisle, or has aisle 25 written on it in pen. Obtain aisle 25 label. What do you think this is? It's safe to assume it's some kind of password. People with bad memories often use such methods. Must be something important if they're going through the trouble. What's the point of having a password then? Honestly, I feel that it's a wonderful habit. It saved us quite a bit of time. Still, aisle 25, huh? The monitor's slightly yellowed. Might be from the tar in the cigarettes. No smoking, children. It's the computer Takeda used to work. Could still have some information on it. Turn it on. Sure. Was there a face in there? I look everywhere I can think of, but come up empty-handed. There's nothing useful. Yeah, well, it's another one of those where the face only appeared for like a second. It's a pretty large binder. Inside are a stack of documents organized by project. Albatross, Rainbow, South Dragon, Island? Each project seems to have its own little secret code name. Huh. I think I saw something earlier that was similar to one of these project names. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay. Yeah, we've already gotten all that, so... Okay. Let's see. Okay, now on these folders here. Aisle 25 label. I posted stuck to Takeda's keyboard. It says aisle 25 probably connected to a password. I take out the aisle 25 label. I compare all the projects contained in the binder. Albatross, Rainbow, South Dragon, Island, Isle, right. It's got to be talking about Island. I look at the 25th page of the Island project. I don't know why I said Island. As I turn to it, something falls out from between the pages. Obtain dimple key. Dimple key. So that label is to keep track of the hiding place for a key, huh? He didn't really want this to be found, so I can't wait to see what we'll find this key. Alright, then we want to go back in there and use the new key. We got dimple key. Of a type of key that is less vulnerable to lock picking, this was hidden in Takeda's desk. Didn't seem like it was used much. Still shiny. I used the dimple key to open the drawer. Phew, it's finally opened. Well, that didn't take me very long at all. Inside the drawer is a thick envelope and a videotape. Stuffed inside the envelope are pictures. Something's odd about them. Every picture seems to be taken from an unnatural angle, and it looks like they're all of women in underwear, or completely naked women. I'm guessing this creep was taking these photos non-consensually? The angle of the photographs make it seem like they were taken with a hidden camera. Seriously? A hidden camera? Changing rooms in the women's toilet. These seem to have been taken inside the building, which means that's where he hid his collection of equipment, I suppose. That explains the need for that lock. What about that video? Looks like this could have some useful information. The description of the video reads, 5-5 Club, President Ishimaru's memorial. President Ishimaru? Now that I think about it, I heard he died recently. Who's he? The president of the Sumi group. I recall reading his obituary half a year ago. Huh. Seems like this video was played during a gathering held in his honor. The label isn't lying about what's on the video. The beginning is a collection of reports on his death from each newsstand. Must have been big all over the news. Yeah, that's true and all, but why was this video hidden just as securely as all his illicit photos? Yeah, I get why he'd hide all those photos, but what's the big deal with the 5-5 Club? The video was of a memorial held by the 5-5 Club. Yes, that concerns me too. There's obviously some important secret on the video. Let's take the video with us. You can leave the photos behind. Attain memorial video. Interesting. Well, anyway, I guess that's it for this place. I think I examined everything anyway. So, okay. Alright, now we just need to find the other person in this floor and then go to the next one. I return to the hallway. Oh, you're back. So, did you find the victim's discs? Yeah, we found one. I searched Takeda's desk. I tell her that Takeda had a collection of raunchy peeping photos in a desk. Ugh, Grace an even bigger scumbag than I figured. There's also a video I didn't really understand. A video. It's a video made of the late president's memorial made by someone called the 5-5 Club. Does the club ring a bell to you? Nope, I ain't got a clue. But the big companies have little internal factions or groups. It's probably one of those. Yes, that's what I was thinking as well. What's concerning to me is that Takeda hit that video for whatever reason. So, what about you? Did you get anything? Nope, I gave up on that door there. I brought the key card for it, but it seems like the code was changed. Well, that's unfortunate. So, that finishes up this floor for now. Let's move to the next one. 33rd floor, huh? Yep, Section G Brundle and Apartment at Kagawa both work on the 33rd floor. Let's search our desk next. Alright, I guess we have to go to the 33rd floor now. Whoa there, sorry, that's me. Ue opens her cell and starts chatting. Yeah, I've been waiting. What about the case I left with you? Yeah, the Sumi. What? Come on, I just can't win here. They're really butting in this late, huh? Oh, wait a second. Rose, come here. Ue suddenly calls for Rose. Me? What do you need? Just come over here really quick. These are reports about the 33rd floor. I'm leaving them in your hands. Reports? This call is going to take a while. Kojima, go on ahead. Right, so about that case. Ue gives some instructions and then quickly returns to her phone conversation. Well, you heard her. Or, sorry. Well, you heard her. We're going to have to continue on without her. Oh, great. Now that we could use a third character and a detective, now that they won't even come with us. Alright, so I guess we gotta go to the 33rd floor now. Man, I'm having trouble saying that 3 times fast, so. Which floor will you go to? 33rd floor? Alright, time to step out. I arrive at the 33rd floor hallway. As expected, there's no one around. What am I supposed to look for here? Let me look over these reports from Ue. Wait just a second. Rose opens up a folded paper and carefully looks it over. The victims working on the 33rd floor were Chief Section Bando and Department at Kagawa. Both were in the managerial positions, and the locations of the desks are already here. I keep doing the wrong voice with her. Great. It'll save us the trouble of wandering around trying to find their desks. If this floor is set up the same way as the lower floors, the offices should be right ahead. Let's go. I don't really think there's much to examine either. I think it's all the same. The elevator doesn't respond. I press the button. Maybe the power's out. The floor is slightly dusty. I can see a bunch of footprints too. Guess they haven't been able to clean because of the incident. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Open the door and left the elevator. Yeah, let's see what's. It's a key card reader. It isn't displaying anything. I don't see any wiring. It looks like it's just a box. Might set off an alarm if I mess with it, so I better not do anything. It's a small office fire extinguisher. It was pretty new. The paint job is still kind of shiny. Call ban? I think it says the same thing. Nope. Okay. I was just curious. Yep, it's all the same. The employee on this floor was Bando, I think. I go to swipe the key card. Huh? What? Or sorry, what? I knew I saw something, but that definitely wasn't a person. It had multiple heads. Agreed. Or sorry, agreed. That most certainly wasn't a person. Must be Killer Peach from Ui's rumor. But what's it want with us? We're not Sumi employees. Maybe Killer Peach thinks we are employees. I thought this would be a simple investigation, but I suppose it's no surprise that our lives are in danger. Well, at least it won't be boring. Yeah, I'm just thrilled. Yeah, that's what you have to expect when you're investigating a spirit. Everyone keep their guard up. Yeah, we gotta head on to this next room as we scan the key cards and everything like that. I already checked that one, right? Yeah, never mind. Whoops. Alright.